The Stepmother's Curse, a witch hunt story. Long ago, in a small village deep within the thick forests of Africa, there lived a man named Okon. He was a kind farmer, respected by his people, and known for his honesty. But tragedy struck his home when his beloved wife, Iket, fell ill and died, leaving behind their only daughter, little Imaobong. Okon was heartbroken, but life had to go on. After months of loneliness, the elders persuaded him to marry again, so that little Ima would have a woman's care. That was when Iket, a widow from a neighboring village, entered his home not just as his wife, but as the stepmother of Ima. What no one knew was that Iket carried with her a heart as dark as midnight. At first, she pretended to be kind, serving food with a smile and telling sweet stories at night. But slowly, her mask slipped. She whispered to Okon that his daughter was lazy. She accused the child of stealing food, of sneaking out at night, of disrespect. Okon did not believe her at first, but whispers, repeated long enough, sink into the ear like poison. Then strange things began to happen. Goats were found dead in their pen. Chickens vanished without trace. The river near the farm turned red one morning, as though blood had been spilled into it. The villagers began to murmur, "There is a witch among us." One dark night, Ima was awoken by the sound of chanting. Creeping from her mat, she peeked into the yard, and there was her stepmother, Iket, standing naked under the moonlight, circling a clay pot filled with fire. Her eyes glowed, her tongue flicked like a serpent's, and her shadow grew taller than the compound walls. Ima gasped, but the stepmother turned, smiling. "You saw what you should not have seen." The next morning, before Ima could speak, Iket twisted the story. She screamed into the village square, "My husband's child is a witch. She has cursed our home." The villagers turned in shock. They looked at Ima small, frightened, her eyes wide with tears and their hearts hardened. For in those days, fear ruled faster than truth. They dragged the child to the river. They tied stones to her small arms, ready to test her. If she sinks, she is innocent. If she floats, she is a witch. Ima cried, reaching for her father. "Papa, save me." Okon stood frozen. His heart wanted to defend his daughter, but the eyes of the whole village pierced him. Fear of being called the father of a witch made his lips remain sealed. The stepmother's smile was wide. Just as the villagers were about to cast the child into the river, a whirlwind rose suddenly. The skies darkened. Thunder clapped though no rain fell. And then, a voice, low and sorrowful, echoed through the forest. "Okon, you have failed your child. Your silence will curse your bloodline." The villagers trembled. Some fell to the ground, covering their ears. The stepmother shrieked, clutching her chest as fire licked from the clay pot in her hut and shot into the air like lightning. Her secret was revealed. She was the witch, not the child. But before the villagers could seize her, Iket laughed a laugh that turned men's blood cold. "You fools! You thought you could expose me. You thought truth would save you. Then hear this curse. Every child born from this village will never know peace. Sons will rise against fathers. Daughters will curse their mothers. And no harvest shall fill your barns unless a child's tears water your soil." With that, her body burst into flames, yet she did not scream. Instead, her shadow fled into the forest, never to be seen again. Ima fell to the ground, shivering, her small hands bleeding from the ropes. Okon rushed to her, weeping, but when she looked into his eyes, there was only emptiness. The bond between father and daughter had been shattered by his silence. To this day, elders say the curse still lingers. In that village, quarrels never end. Farms wither, marriages break, and children vanish mysteriously at night. When the moon is full, some swear they see the shadow of a woman walking along the riverbank, laughing softly, whispering her curse into the wind. And they say, if you listen closely, you can hear the voice of a child crying, still calling for her father's help. Moral of the story: evil triumphs when truth is silenced. Fear can destroy families, and false accusations can curse generations.